as Sister Hartwell mentioned, I am doing a Queen in Me book tour. My book, Glamour Girl, How to Get the Ultimate Makeover, was inspired by my daughter, but also after reading the book of Esther, there were so many things that stood out to me. And my goal with the book tour is to inspire women to remember the queen that is within. We all have queens within us. The things, especially as ministers' wives, I know you can relate to when you get knocked down constantly. You're dealing with all types of things and you keep getting up. And you may say sometimes, why? Why do I keep getting up? Why do I keep going? Well, it's because there's a queen within you. And so I want to read an excerpt from my book, just a little bit. Can you imagine getting facials, hot oil treatments, manicures, pedicures, body massages, and aromatherapy every day for a year? What about being immersed from head to toe in perfumes, drenching your body with moisturizing oils, getting makeup applications, and treating your hair with some of the Earth's best products for 52 weeks? I don't mean a few weekends out of the year or a couple of days out of the month. I'm talking every single day doing nothing else but enjoy being pampered and beautified constantly. You'd probably say that no one person needs this much attention or has that kind of time or money. Well, guess again, because this is exactly what took place with Esther and hundreds of other women as they prepared for history's first beauty contest. Sounds exciting, right? It is exciting because whoever won this beauty contest will be chosen as queen. Esther was different from the other contestants, not only because of her physical beauty, but in other ways as well. Esther didn't let her outer beauty overcompensate for her inner beauty. Instead, she used both to glorify the true and living God. If you read the book of Esther too fast, you will miss some very key points about preparation. Patiently waiting for God to move in your life strengthens your ability to be at your best in all that you do. For you to fully understand the depth of this exciting Bible story, I will take my time in explaining what it was like to be Esther, the true Glamour Girl. One mention of the book of Esther to biblical scholars, and the focus will quickly turn to the fact that God's name is nowhere to be found in the entire book. However, this somewhat unusual book has the presence of God interwoven throughout each and every chapter. Even though God's name is not mentioned, he is revealed as the one who is hidden. God has strategically hidden his face from the Persians in the book of Esther, and that's exactly how God intended it. The Hebrew phrase for the scroll of Esther means revelation of the hidden. So Esther's purpose and identity is hidden until the perfect time for it to be revealed, and you know that God is always on time. Amen. There are all sorts of hidden devices in the book of Esther, including and especially the 12-month purification process that she and other virgins had to endure upon going before the king in order to be chosen as queen. Not only did God use divine providence to reach the Persians and Jews in the biblical text, but he also provided for Esther in ways that only he could before, during, and after her rise to become queen. What is hidden does not always mean a lack of presence. As it is revealed in the book of Esther, that which is hidden possesses such an extraordinary depth of power that when it does come to pass, it is unexplainable. All that you or anybody else can say is God did it. You may have a gift inside of you that is yet to come to pass because God is still working on you in a lot of ways. Don't get discouraged, just be still. Don't get ahead of God because what he has in you is going to save so many lost souls and ultimately save his people. As we meditate on the book of Esther, we will see how he used Esther for those same reasons. And so in that chapter, I really go deep into what were they, because I was so curious, what were they doing for 12 months? So I talk about all the processes that go through. I asked my father, can I look through your books? And And he just brought all kinds of books to the table, and I just dug through them all to really pull those things out. And what I discovered is it's okay for us to go and indulge in, getting our nails done and getting our pedicures and getting all those beauty treatments, but making sure that we balance that out by having that inner beauty, serving God and serving others.
Amen.
And I know I don't have to tell ministers' wives that you all are queens. So one thing that I did want to share is, it's our goal, even myself as a pastor's daughter, to help other women recognize the queen that they have
Amen.
within them.
Amen.
They may not be the queen of TV or the queen of radio or the queen, on this high platform, but they are queens in their homes. They are queens in their inner circle, and so it's our job. We already know, what we're to do, so it's our job to encourage those other ladies. And, they're dropping their head. Always remember you have on your invisible crown. So if you're getting so discouraged by life that you drop your head, your crown is dropping too.
All right.
You're forgetting that you are this queen. And I'm just 35, but I've had my share of, things that have knocked me down and thrown me off. And I'm so grateful for the people that are in my life, that have been in my life. Sister Love, she's
Amen.
like my second mom. So
Amen.
I'm so excited to see her here
Amen.
tonight. And Sister Harwell, I thank you, and I'm so grateful for this opportunity. And I am available to come and speak to the ladies of your churches, your book clubs. I've been invited to speak to a lot of young ladies because, teenage years, they want to sneak in makeup and they want to, do all these other things. And it's like their moms are pouring these things into them, but it's like they need to hear it from someone else to say the same exact thing.
Amen.
And so sometimes that works. It takes a village. You never know who's going to say what. And then they come back and say, Mommy, you were telling me that all along.
Yeah.
And so the book is about finding your purpose and taking those steps to finding your purpose. So if you have a need for that in your church, you have some young ladies or even adult women, because there are a lot of adult women who are working jobs that they hate. They're doing things that they don't love because they're afraid to step out on faith.
Amen.
And embrace their purpose. I have a background in aesthetics, so I tie makeup. Because talking about purpose, that can be a heavy topic.
Amen.
Because at the end of the day, as women, we want to look good and we want to feel good. We want to have that balance. We're not in church 24 hours a day.
True.
So, we have to recognize that. And so I incorporated that into the book about cleansing your skin, toning your skin, when to throw your makeup away, not to share your makeup, and not to sleep in your makeup.
All right.
How to find that perfect shade. My mom was a very unique skin tone of brown, and I remember seeing her as a child trying to find that perfect foundation. So I talk about that in the book, just, what you need to do to sometimes customize your beauty products. So I put some of the fun things in there too, and the back of the book features for me, writing is therapy. Sometimes I can write and express myself better through writing than verbally speaking. So in the back of the book, I have just some different sections about setting goals. If you want to open a business, then how can you do that between now and this time next year? You want to write a book, how can you do that? And so I put questions in here to get the reader to think about setting those goals and then starting to take those steps toward reaching that goal. Because again, once you discover what your purpose is, there's so much freedom in doing that. Once I embraced that I was a writer and that I had the gift of encouragement, those were two things that I had all along, but I didn't know exactly what those things were.
Amen.
And it took people, God placing people in my life to say, you're a writer, you're good at this. And you encourage people, you're good at this, that I was able to package it all into a book, and it has blessed so many people.
Amen.
And I'm just thankful to God, because I used to be so shy. I never would have thought in a million years that I would be up in front of people speaking.
Amen.
So what you see before you is God's work, because if it was left up to me, I would be sitting in the back, just people watching and not saying a thing. But I'm glad that God chose me and chose has given me the opportunity to share my story so that it can help other people. And they don't have to make, some of the same choices that I've made. They can just go straight forward and do what they're purposed to do in life. So thank you so much for your time. I have, in addition to my book, I created a movement. So if you go on the internet a lot and you like being on the internet, I have the glamourgirlmovement.com, where ladies can go every day to find videos and audio and articles that will inspire them, because women, we have to wear a lot of hats.
Amen.
And I always say, with raging hormones and high heels on and a smile, we still have to, no matter what's going on the inside, we still have to smile. It gets hard sometimes, but we're not always, on 10 every day. Sometimes we need other people pouring into us. And so that's what I wanted to create with the website. So even after women put the book down, they still have other tools that they can use. I have books, I have jewelry, I have lots of different things that women can take away. So thank you so much for your attention.